A very good morning to you. Thank you for choosing KTN News to inform you. It is the 13th day of June. Make sure you get edition of The Standard today. A lot more developments encompassed in today's edition of Kenya's Bold newspaper. But apart from that, we're here to bring you up to speed with the latest news making headlines. My name is Jesse Rogers. We want to start with the latest developments happening in Nakuru, where I'm set to understand there are protests linked to the rise of insecurity cases in that particular area. And my colleague, Ibrahim Karanja, is on the ground to bring us up to speed with what exactly the residents of Lakeview are protesting about and whether there's been any reprieve whatsoever from the security agencies. Over to you, Ibrahim Karanja. What's the debacle about? All right, we're set to link up with Ibrahim Karanja in just but a few, but in a few you'll definitely get to see some live pictures on your screen in terms of what exactly we're talking about. All right, Ibrahim Karanja, I understand you have connected. Thanks for making time. Insecurity is definitely an issue and a tough pill to swallow, and it seems the residents are definitely taken to the streets to protest the rise in cases of insecurity, especially in that Lakeview estate. What led to this protest, and is there any reprieve whatsoever from the security agencies?
Well, Jesse, the situation in Lakeview Estate here in Nakuru East constituency has been a bit dicey since last evening. I remember we received the reports about a shooting incident in Lakeview, said to have been occasioned by a police patrol that was happening in this area. And since that evening, we came here and spoke to the people who said that at that particular time, the police were conducting an operation, found a group of youth, this is according to the version of the locals, found a group of youth seated together, then in dispersing them opened fire, and one of the bullets that was fired ended up hitting a Form 4 student here in Nakuru, also hitting her on the abdomen on the front, exiting from the back, and also hitting yet another child on the arm. Well, the reports we are getting right now is that the girl who was shot in the abdomen has since died. That is the report that we are getting so far on the ground. And as we speak, it has been a lot of tension in Lakeview and the entire estate on the lower side of Nakuru city. And since yesterday, the residents have been protesting against what they term as police harassment and stating that this must come to an end. Very heavy police presence since last night, lots of tear gas being lobbed at the people here. And right now, just to show you what is happening, there is about 2 or 3 lorries and Land Cruisers of police officers just to ensure there is law and order. And on this other end, there are lots of residents. What Opondo is showing you right now is the school in which the deceased, the girl who has since succumbed, has been studying. That is Nakuru Central Secondary School, said to be a Form 4 girl. But let me speak to some of the residents here, because as we speak, they were being spoken to by area officials, including, I believe, the area ACC, the police officers here, just trying to calm them down and trying to tell them how this particular issue will be addressed. But let me speak to some of the people first. Naomba nizungumze na wewe, upo live katika KTN News. Unaitwa nani?
Nilo Charles Sangale Loidima.
Charles, nini ilifanyika?
Mapolisi walikuja bila uniform. Tunaona lazima tujue ni nini inaendelea. Tulidhania labda ni vijana wanapigana vijana, tunaona. Wakaanza kushika vijana wetu, ati ni wakora. Wakaanza kuwashika. Sisi tukasimama mahali ndio tuone. Wekesa akakuja akalipua risasi, akashoot msichana wetu. Whitney baada wawili, mmoja kwa mkono, mwingine kwa tumbo, Whitney kwa tumbo. Baada ya kuja nisaidie, ananithreaten na bunduki, ati ndo niogope. Mimi alafu akaenda kutafuta risasi, ndo kama evidence. aende itafute watu akamtoa mbio. Wanajaribu kufanya hiyo police car iepe. Unaona? Mimi nilienda mbele, baki kanasukuma. Nilienda mbele na yeye. Tukaingia ndani na hakuna polisi alitusaidia, baka wa mama wakutusaidia. Ni vijana wetu ndo alitusaidia, vijana wetu wenye si wakora, wanasema ni wakora.
Na wakati ambapo unasema ni wakora, hii ilifanyika jana saa ngapi? Na ilikuwa vipi?
Hapo saa 10. Ilikuwa tu saa 10. Kwa tu vile Sunday tu watu kutoka tu kwa mapati nini? Ati wanasema ati alikuwa amelewa. Alikuwa amelewa aje? Unaona?
Wacha tuzungumze na mtu mwingine pia. Wakati ambapo naomba nizungumze nawe, umebeba karatasi ambayo imeandikwa Ruth and Whitney Justice. Kumaanisha hawa ndio wale watoto ambao walipigwa risasi?
Ni ando walipigwa risasi. Na to make the matters worse, time tulikuwa hosi. Walikataa tuende tuangalie venye Whitney anashughulikiwa, wakisema wako sawa. Sasa hatuko tunapewa clue venye wanaendelea. After walimaliza wakatoka. Time walikuwa kwa sketch wakirudi, kuna mwenye alitukokea bunduki. Walikuwa wamama wawili na afande mmoja alitukokea bunduki akitudhreaten ati tukiendelea hivyo hata siku tutatumaliza.
Na imekuwa hii kitu ambayo mnasema police harassment. Manake mmesema police harassment. Imekuwa kwa muda gani hii police harassment?
Tangu Wekesa apostiwe hapa bodeni. Hiyo ndio kazi yenye alikuja. Na wakati kuna siku alituambia ameletwa hapa kwa sababu apigane na confirm ati na changa na sijui na idols. Sasa alisema atajenga nyumba na pesa za confirm. Na ni ukweli hiyo ndio Wekesa anafanya. Wekesa vijana wanachukua loan za bodaboda. Wekesa anashika hizo bodaboda anatumia kuhangaisha hao vijana nazo. Anatembea na Severian na pikipiki. Akikushika anakuweka bodeni kwa cell wiki 2 ama wiki 3 akupeleki kotini. Alafu anakupiga fine ya 10,000 20,000.
Naomba nitafutiwe dada ya Whitney because just we had the sister to one of the victims, actually the deceased. Let me see if I can get to talk to her live on TV. I know it is such a heavy occurrence that is happening. But pole sana. Sijui kama una uwezo wa kuzungumza. Iwapo una uwezo. Jana nafikiria tulizungumza na wewe. Tuambie haswa kutoka jana hadi leo ni kipi ambacho kimefanyika?
Jana mimi nataka kusema nikunywe maji. OCS Wekesa kwenye huko. Wallahi billahi Mungu wangu. Umepunguza maisha ya sister yangu. Mungu wako amempangia hivyo. Umepunguza maisha ya sister yangu. Sister yangu amekufia hivi kwa mkono hivi baka ndio huyu cheki ananiambiaje Rozusi niache. Hivi baka tukiwa ward 1 bed 1. Madaktari tu ni maji. Sasa sister yangu baka aje ana bleed vikitani imejaa damu anajiendea choo. Madaktari na waita wanamuongeza sijui oxygen. Dadangu akakufa. Mimi ndafanyaje? Si anichukue pia mimi basi kama damu yetu ameitishwa. Media mimi nataka mtufanyie justice for our family. Justice for our family.
Pole. Well, just you can tell quite a sad scenario happening here at Lakeview Estate. This is Flamingo currently where I am. Lots of act up residents, heavy police presence. Let me take you to the other side, Jesse, if we have the time, just to see whether I can speak to the government officials who are here. I saw someone who I presume is the area ACC, or the police officers that are currently maintaining, trying to just calm down the situation and see if they will agree to speak to us. Of course, eventually, we will get to speak to the senior police officers to tell us if at all this incident happened, if there was any firing that happened, why it happened in the first place. And let me speak to Nomba Nzungumze na you are live on KTN News. Very briefly, you are live on KTN News. The situation here has been like this since last evening. People complaining about a shootout. What exactly happened? Start with your name and title, sir.
My name is Were Simio. I'm the senior DCC Nakuru East. What happened is there was a shootout by the police. Police who was trying to defend himself. That's what we are told. But when they shot, a stray bullet hit a girl, a student, and that student was taken to hospital. But we understand she has passed on. That is an issue that we want to condemn because no one would want to lose any life. No one would want to to shoot any girl, especially like that one is a Form 4 girl, and she has lost her life. Unfortunately, we are following up, and we are promising the wananchi that anybody who made a mistake in that incident, justice will take its course. Even if it's a police officer, if it's anybody, whoever it is, justice will have to take course. Yes.
Well, sir, even as we wind up this interview, your version of the story is that a police was defending himself. Was there kind of a shootout? Because according to the version of the residents, is that the police found youth seated at a place and opened fire. So you're putting it to us that there was an exchange of fire between the youth and the police?
No, not exchange of fire. I have not said that. I say that a youth was charging towards that police officer, and that's why he defended himself and shot in the air. But I think, unfortunately, as they were shooting, a stray bullet hit a student. Yeah, two students. Two students.
And
those two versions have to be confirmed through investigation, because you and me were not there when that incident happened. So we are listening to both the police version and the wananchi version. But investigation will be done, and the person who is speaking the truth will have to come out. And anybody who is found culpable, action will be taken against them.
What is the status of the second child?
The second child is stable. She's improving in the hospital. But unfortunately, that one has gone, and we send our condolences to the family and the friends of that student. It's very unfortunate. We say pole to what happened, but action must be taken.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, Jesse, that is the Nakuru East Deputy County Commissioner. Speaking about the incident that happened here in Lakeview yesterday, a lot of demonstration from the people right from last evening going through today, but quite peaceful today, because yesterday, according to the reports we are getting, there was a lot of push and pull between the residents and the police. But right now, despite the heavy police presence and the act up residents, quite peaceful. You cannot say that there has been an accident today. But we shall be here to follow up and even to talk to the senior police officers on the status of investigations, on what exactly is happening in this particular area. Remember, this is at a time when residents from this particular area are having an uproar over insecurity. They want that addressed. And at the same time, even as this is happening, they also want their safety assured. So, Jesse, we shall be here. We shall remain calm here. And anything that shall be happening, we are sure to broadcast it to our viewers from here in Lakeview Estate. Jesse.
Okay, Ibrahim Karanja coming to us live.